Hello everyone, my name is Alecia Lott and this channel is for those of you who want to have a journaling routine that is messy, minimalist, and low budget, and for those of you who want to use journaling for mental health and growth and feelings and stuff. And my question for the week that I want us to think about is, are labels holding you back? Think about it. Are you holding yourself back because of labels that either society's put on you, or maybe your friends or family, or maybe even yourself? Maybe there are labels that you have put upon your own little self that you are using as an excuse or as just a way of saying, oh, I can't do that thing because I am blah, blah, blah. Maybe that is something that is holding you back. This morning I was doing my morning walk and I was listening to a speech by Les Brown. And I really like his speeches because they're just really inspiring, and because he tells really funny, cute little stories, just little anecdotes. And it's like kind of like, I guess, having a motivational dad. Everyone, the audience, you could tell they were laughing. They were just really enjoying themselves. And Les Brown, he was really inspiring all these people. And for just a brief second, I just thought, like, wow, that must be really cool. I think that would be really cool to just have a speech or a workshop or something and just really inspire this really large group of people. What would that be like? And what would I do? What would I say? What would I wear? All of those things. And then almost as quickly as that thought popped into my mind, I kind of slapped myself down and I said, but you're an introvert. You would never do something like that. And that's just not you. Huh? Where did I get that idea? Where did that even come from? I actually consider myself more of an extroverted introvert. It's not that I'm shy. Shyness is when you are afraid of people, you don't want to talk to anyone, you're just afraid to interact with people. Introversion, on the other hand, is, yeah, you're not afraid to speak and you are comfortable speaking around people, for the most part. I'm just fine just spending the whole day by myself. But that doesn't mean that when I am around people, I am fine being able to speak and express myself, and I'm not generally afraid. I have situational shyness like most people, but you get what I'm saying. In that moment, I was using the label of introvert to hold myself back from something that, I don't know if being a motivational speaker would be something that I want to do, but at the same time, it stopped me from even thinking about it, even putting it on the table. One label I used to give myself, especially before I was diagnosed with ADHD, was FLAKE. I used to always say, oh, I'm a flake. So what that does, though, is it stops me from having to hold myself accountable for anything or having to commit to anything, because it's like, oh, well, me, this is me, I'm going to change my mind, I'm going to do this and that. I don't really have to grow up or be an adult or keep any sort of promises or anything like that. So I have really worked over the past, I think, few years of trying to kind of think about that and just think, what would I do if I weren't a flake? And am I a flake? Or is it just something that I tell myself? And can I avoid being a flake? So all of that, like really trying to kind of shed myself of that label that I gave myself. I'm not saying that labels are necessarily bad. It's just that labels can be positive or they can be negative. And maybe some labels were true for you in the past and they're not anymore. You can ask yourself this question every day until the end of time, because you have to constantly think about whether this is accurate for yourself in this moment. And if it is accurate, does that mean that you can't do what you want to do because of that label? Probably the answer is no. But for some people, you might think, oh, well, I'm too old, so I can't learn this new software. Or I'm not athletic, I can't run a marathon. Or I can't learn how to play softball or whatever it is. So you have to constantly think, like, what are some things that you're telling yourself? In your journal this week, write 5 or 6 lines of I am, and then whatever your label is. I am am an introvert, or I am an extrovert. I am smart, or I am stupid. I am good at math, or I am a good writer, or I am good at sports, or I am a bad spouse, or I am not a person who likes to read. Things like that. So I want you to think of maybe something that you would have wanted to do, but then you stopped yourself because of this label. And think about, what you could do to change that, what you can do to make it so that maybe this time next year that label doesn't apply to you at all, and no one would ever place that label on you. Or even if they do, who cares? Whatever. You know yourself. Is there something that you've wanted to do, but you stopped yourself because of a label? Put it in the comments. Let me know. Let's work on trying to get rid of those labels so that you can be free. You can live the life that you want to live. You won't have to worry about what other people think. You don't have to worry about that little voice inside of yourself telling you, no, you can't do that thing. But you didn't want to know all that. So this is my weekly spread from last week, May 26th through June 1st. It is very messy, as normal for this time of the week. I feel as though I did get more done now that I have condensed my habits, my habit tracker, and then my weekly tasks. So even like this blog stuff, last week I was like, I'm gonna start a blog and I'm just gonna write this like 1,500 word blog post every week and it's gonna be cool. And I realized I'm not quite there yet, but I do want to commit to 500 words per day for 365 days, and that is going to start June 1st. I do have a blog. I have started the blog, but I'm just going to take my 500 words every day and just figure out what the best is out of that. Just kind of cherry pick from whatever it is that I write during the week, and then I can still post something on the blog, but it'll only be probably 500 words. Maybe I'll expand it. Who knows? But anyway, so I just wanted to take some of that pressure off myself. And then YouTube, I have my little schedule for YouTube. So those are my weekly tasks, and those are really what I'm focusing on right now. After I do my weekly spread, then I write every night before bed. I write 4 or 5 or 6 sometimes things that I'm grateful for, and then I write just a little journal entry here. It's just basically just telling what happened during the day. But I don't know what I did. I somehow did the dates wrong, so then I was going, and so normally the end of the week, Saturday would be right here. I would do Saturday's entry, and then I would have a week in review page here, and then I would start the following week's weekly spread. But something happened. I don't know what I did with the with the dates. So weekend review is over here, and then just for fun, because this is how I like to have fun, I guess, is I did a 2-month review, not a 3-month, not a 6-month. It's a 2-month review, and I wrote just because I can. So yeah, I just wanted to do like what went well, what didn't go so well. And then this is one of my, I don't know if I want to call it a motto or whatever, but yeah, this is something that I want to think about in terms of my money, my finances, is put your money where your goals are. I would like to just think how I'm voting with my dollars in terms of what I'm doing, what my goals are. Anyway, so this is my week in review that I usually share with you all on Sundays, and this is a quote: "Do not accept the roles that society foists on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity, one that commands attention and never bores the audience. Be the master of your own image rather than letting others define it for you." And that's by Robert Greene, The 48 Laws of Power. And that's a book I've never read. I want to read that book, and I want to read so many books. this is my to-do list down here, and I went ahead and filled in some of the things that I know I'm going to be doing next week. Today is Friday as I shoot this, but I do try to go ahead and get some things filled in for the coming week. And I have my calendar here. Where is my highlighter? There we go. I'll go ahead and highlight the week. All right, now I'm gonna do my weekly tasks and also my quarterly goals, and then down here I will set my intention for the week. So here are my weekly tasks. So I want to publish one blog post. So ideally the 500 words per day that I'm going to be writing every day. This is now part of my habit tracker. Every morning I'm going to write 500 words. So ideally there's some kind of thing in there, there's some kind of nugget of wisdom in there, and I can create a blog post from that. So either I'm just taking one of my 500 words and I'm just expanding that, or I'm combining things, or I'm just something, or maybe I just make something completely new entirely. I'm still open to that. Whatever happens, in any case, I still want to publish one blog post, and the blog itself is probably going to be available to the public, for the public to read, maybe by the end of this month, because I wanted to have a few posts in there first before I'm just like, yeah, otherwise it's just going to look very empty and sad. So, and then also I wanted to do one tweet. Twitter, I used to be on Twitter, X, whatever. I used to be on that platform a lot more than I am now, and I want to get back and start to work my way back to that, and some other social media. So I figured one tweet, not gonna hurt me, whatever. And then this is all of my YouTube stuff: shooting, editing. Then I will have the video published by Saturday evening at 6 p.m. and then that's it. And here are my quarterly goals, which the quarter is already coming to a close. I am very much looking forward to putting an X in all three of these boxes. That would make me so happy. Okay, now it is time for me to relax for a moment and set my intention for the coming week. Okay, this is my intention for the week. I sometimes I just wonder what I'm smoking. I intend to wake up in the mornings early with the sun like a boss. I will take this precious time before work and life and bullshit reach out their hands to stop me and march forth toward my vision. This vision feels clearer and clearer to me every day as I create tangible, realistic, and actionable steps to keep me on the right path. I will wake up and let the sunshine bathe me and renew me and give me power like Superman. I have some explaining to do. First of all, I put Superman, not Supergirl, because, or is there a Superwoman? I don't even know, but I'm not really a fan of female versions of male comics. Like, I want a separate thing, so that's a whole other topic. Anyway, March 4th, this kind of goes back to the Les Brown speech that I was talking about earlier. He had a friend who passed away, and the friend passed away. The friend was like really motivational as well, and really, he just inspired everyone around him. He was just a very charismatic person, and he had a very large group of friends, and yeah. So he passed away on March 4th, and I guess someone in his friend group decided that he passed away on March 4th because he was saying March 4th. Go forth towards your dreams. So, yeah, that's where I got that. So, anyway, this is my intention for the week. I have been enjoying getting up early and going for my walks and getting up just right as it starts to get light out and feeling the sunshine and all of that. So, that's where I got that. Anyway, yes, so I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you do think about labels that you are putting upon yourself, or maybe your parents, or maybe your friends, or maybe your boss, or whomever. I'm sure there's some word or phrase that people are just assigning to you that may or may not be true, and it may be holding you back. So I want you to think about that. And if you feel like sharing in the comments what that might be and how you plan to just shed that label, let me know. And I wish you a wonderful week, and I thank you very much for watching. And upside down wave goodbye. I wish you a wonderful week. Thank you for watching. Okay, goodbye.